All right, I call this meeting to order at 5:02 p.m. Transfer council can consider from the fight zone. All right. All right, I'll move the roll call and then Jello.
Vice President Bell.
Present.
Treasurer Longo. Chief of Staff Palmer. Deputy Chief of Staff Moore.
Present.
Director Hampton. Assistant Director Dobbin. Director Sani. Present. Assistant Director Bacha. Present. Director Battle. Assistant Director Parker. Director Traore. Present. Assistant Director Campbell. Director Farmer. Present. Assistant Director Johnson. Present. Director Johnstone. Assistant Director Nkambuzi. Director Edwards. Assistant Director Dixon. Present. Director Thompson. Assistant Director Moore. Director Etienne. Assistant Director Fletcher. Present. Director Sanya. Present. Assistant Director Abdul. Present. Assistant Director Ajayi. Director Brown. Present. Representative Tang. Representative Linsky. Representative Johnson. Representative Entwistle. Representative Thompson. Present. Representative Lewis.
Present.
Representative Robinson. President Pro Tempore Rhines.
Present.
Senator Charles Duru. Appropriations Chair White. Senator Liu.
Present.
Senator So.
Present.
Senator Agumezi. Senator Chen.
Present.
Government Operations Chair Crosby.
Present.
Senator Uma.
Present.
Senator Holland. Senator Bendu. Senator Jackson.
Present.
Senator Weems. President. Senator Gentry.
Present.
Senator Thatch. Senator Vivian Wilson.
Present.
Chief Justice Bennett.
Present.
Deputy Chief Justice Olanian. Associate Justice Brisbane.
Present.
Associate Justice Sonia.
All right. We're to approve of the minutes. Hearing I'm seeing that. Are there any members of the agenda? I'm seeing them. We have speakers, any public participation, student concerns? Hearing none, seeing them. All right, move to communications, Advisor Harris.
Happy Tiger Tuesday. No report.
Operations Committee?
No report.
Can we go back? I missed somebody raising their hand for the missing agenda. Director Edwards, I would like to go back. I missed somebody raising their hand. Director Edwards.
I wanted to add the mental health day bill to the agenda.
Senator has to make a so. Going up, Sheriff Crosby.
Motion to add resolution number 1 concerning mental health day students, mental health day for child students to the agenda.
Anybody seconds?
I say.
All right. All right, moving to a vote. All those in favor? Okay, all those in favor of adding the mental health bill to the agenda? We're moving to a vote to add that to the agenda. All those in favor? All those opposed? All those abstaining? Yeah. All right, we gotta do it again.
Just a point of information. This is to move into a vote. We're voting to move into a vote. I know I was saying I saw people confused.
Okay, good.
I was just making sure people.
So now. We can vote. And.
Point of clarification, I suppose. If Director Edwards made the recommendation and Governor Operations Crosby made the motion, wouldn't that be the vote? Like the vote we just did, wouldn't that be the vote to add it? We didn't have to call the question because it was a recommendation, right or wrong. Advisor Harris, if you could answer that for me. I'm sorry, I just want to make sure my thought process is correct.
Can you ask the question again?
Yes, so essentially what happened, Director Edwards made a recommendation to add the bill to the agenda. Governor Operations Chair Crosby took that recommendation and made the motion. So did we or did we not just vote to add it and not necessarily vote to add it? Do you know what I mean?
So as I understand it, because it is an agenda item, this is very loud. Because it's an agenda item to make adjustments to the agenda, there has to be a confirmation, I believe, by the Senate for the adjustments to the agenda to happen.
Yes.
Is that what you're asking?
Yes. But what I'm saying is, like Governor Operations Chair Crosby saying we have to vote twice, kind of like the same procedures like call the question. But the way I'm thinking is there's no need to vote a second time because he took the recommendation and made the motion. So what we just voted on was the motion to add it.
On adding the motion, sure. So skipping the call to question vote, is that what you're asking?
I'm just saying, I don't think the call to question was necessary, like.
Right,
Yeah,
yes.
so
skip it. Just vote on the addition to the agenda,
okay.
yes.
All right, just for, so we can have some clarification, we will re-vote to add the motion to the agenda, to the bill to the agenda, sorry. All right, all those in favor of adding the mental health bill to the agenda? Keep your hands up, put them up high. All right, all those opposed? All those abstaining? All right, it's passed, to add the motion, to add the bill to the agenda.
Yeah, and as a point of information, where on this agenda was it added? Is it first reading, second reading,
It would be first reading.
first reading?
Yes.
And do you have a version of this that can be
I could probably
shared?
version, yes.
Okay,
Give me 1 second, everybody.
And make an adjustment to my announcement.
I lost Chair Crosby.
Government operations meeting will be, I think, next Monday. I think we're still open, so Mal will be there. I yield.
All right, so here's the bill as sent by the regular Edwards. But we're gonna move through the rest of the communications, and then we'll view the legislation once we finish communications. But to continue, government operations, are you finished? All right, rules committee.
Happy Tiger Tuesday, y'all. We won't be meeting this Friday because of budget deliberation, but I do want to make sort of an announcement to everyone. So, like, for future reference, if you are making a Senate bill or asking a senator to make a Senate bill, I ask that you please be mindful about how you're changing the government documents, only because this year, you know, it's the first year we're actually going through and redoing the whole constitution and bylaws and all that stuff. So if we make a Senate bill and we're changing something, it's gonna look kind of out of place based on how we're doing it. So if you want to make a Senate bill, I mean, that's cool, but I ask that you come to rules first and kind of like present your idea, just so we can make sense and we can stay consistent with all our stuff. Any questions? Okay, with that, I yield.
Hey guys, not much to report from Jordan. He's at the alumni board of directors meeting, so he won't make it, but he looks forward to seeing everyone throughout the week. And then, okay. And then for member of the week, can I get a drum roll? So this person has just been working really hard in the past week. We have a big event coming up, and they've just been dedicating a lot of their office hours to making sure that, you know, everyone is in line with that event so that it can be successful. So thank you so very much, Deputy Chief Justice Ola Leon. That I do.
All right, Chair Malonga.
Happy Tiger Tuesday. Budget deliberation is Friday. That's it. That's the report. 11 to 5 in the conference room. Any questions? You.
General Jello.
Hey guys, so sorry again. So not much to report, just make sure that, absence requests are being submitted 2 days before. And I know I've got a lot of questions about what we're gonna do for office hours next week. Don't stress too much about it, but more information to come, but most likely it'll be okay if you guys still meet your office hours next week. Any questions? Okay.
Okay. Chief of Staff O'Connell.
Hi guys, happy Tiger Tuesday. Not much to report from me again. Is this past week, I've been working on getting the treat centers situated so we can have someone go for a treat, go for a treat. This Thursday is the bigs and littles reveal during pre-P, so make sure you guys maybe check in for your bigs and your littles. You guys should have received an email from me. If not, just let me know so I can send that out to you. And then lastly, also graduation stores for our fall 23 graduates. Yeah, that I did.
From academic affairs.
So a few announcements. Tonight is night of procrastination from 7 to 11 p.m. in the academic commons in the library. Come out and support and get some work done. We'll love for all hands on deck tonight if possible. Also, classes will open on December 1st. Get ready so that you can turn in early. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please reach out to me or mine. Thank you. I yield.
Public student engagement.
Hello, everyone. I just have two announcements. Tomorrow, November 15, we'll be having America Recycle Day partnering with the Office of Sustainability. The event will take place in the Union from 12:30 to 2:30 p.m. Come get a reusable tote bag, free cookies, and come play basketball. Also, tomorrow evening, we'll be having TU Collective Reflection, Navigating World Events from 5 to 7 p.m. Hope to see people come out. Any questions? With that, I am.
Public communications.
Not much to report, just making updates to the website after GA, so if you have to look at anything financial policy wise like that, it'll be updated on the website after GA. Thank you. Oh, any questions? I yield.
Public community outreach.
Happy Tiger Tuesday. So today we gave out our Tiger Tuesday treat bags again. We want to say thank you to everyone who came out and helped us bag yesterday. Don't forget to put your hours on Involved at TU. We gave out 100 bags, and thanks to the Department of Community Outreach, the Instagram is now over 4,000 followers. We also are hosting an event tomorrow with the Freshman Council in the Glen Woods. So guys, come out. There's gonna be s'mores, vibes, and poetry slam. It's from 6 to 8, but Oriofe also sent out a sign up genius inside of the group chat for you guys to sign up because we do need help, you know, setting up, cleaning up and things like that. So please sign up and help us. And then don't forget to put your hours on Involved at TU. Each person needs 5 hours or 3. Not up in the air right now. By the end of the semester. Any questions? Yeah.
Right, please.
I think it's more of like a, I guess, point of clarification. I'm pretty sure it said it 5. I just wanted to clarify because the governing documents with Justice, Director Battle, re-uploads them. They're going to be updated with what was amended last year, and it'll say 5 items. So thank you. Just clarifying for everybody.
Thank you for that clarification. Any other questions? With that, I yield.
Public diversity and inclusion.
Hi, everyone. So just one thing to say, this weekend for diversity and inclusion and community outreach, we'll be having the 47th annual powwow that happens at Timonium Fairgrounds. So we're going to be there from 11 a.m. to 3 o'clock p.m. We're going to give out more of the bus information. And that's all. Any questions about it? With that, I yield.
Public health and wellness.
Good evening. The only thing is that this week is Menstrual Health Week. The flyers already been posted on the Instagram, so come out to any events. And also myself and Assistant Director Dixon sat in on interviews for the new potential Assistant VP of Health and Wellbeing for students. So we're gonna be sitting on those Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So hopefully we'll pick out a good candidate for you guys. Any questions? That I yield.
Public legislative affairs.
Happy Tiger Tuesday, not so much to report. We are gonna be having our first Tiger Pride Day committee meeting this Thursday at 8:30 a.m. It will be asynchronous, so online. If you guys would like to join or have anything to say, please let me know. And then we'll happily add you onto the email. Oh, and we're working on a poll to learn what our legislative priorities will be for Tiger Pride Day. So look forward to that information in the next coming weeks. I yield.
And Department of Special Projects.
I know, just to add on to what has been said already, please sign up, because we really do need help, and like, we have to show our students that, you know, we're here for them. And also the goal of the event also was to talk to students, and like, 2 people can't talk to a bunch of students, so please show up. But then I mean.
Department of Marketing.
Good evening, everyone. Happy Tiger Tuesday. Same as always, just make sure your requests are in and include any and all specifications that you would like for any graphics. With that, I yield.
Department of Student Services and Affairs.
Happy Tiger Tuesday, everyone. And happy National Diabetes Day, guys. Not much to report. Thursday is the coat drive, so please bring out your used coats. If you have any, even if you have like a hoodie or something, like the hub really needs them. So if you have anything, please donate. And then that's all I have. Any questions? That I yield.
Student organizations.
Hi, everyone. Happy Tiger Tuesday. Okay, so there isn't really much to report on, but me and my AD are currently working with Chris for the upcoming Student Works Town Hall. So for those of you who don't know what that is, it's basically a time and a place where Student Works come together and ask questions and give feedback on what they want and don't like and would like to, you know, have for next semester. So if you're part of the Student Work, keep that date in mind. November 28th. And on that same day is actually the last Tiger Org Tuesday. And me and Chris are currently working on a theme and so on and so forth to kind of get like, you know, a community thing going. So every, you know, student can come and see the orgs one last time. And our Canva workshop is going to be the day after the 28th. It's going to be on the 29th, 5 to 6. The location is still in works. I'm kind of working on that. But it would be presented by the Student Activities Marketing person, AFCAR. So just keep those dates in mind. And I really hope you guys show up on that day and just kind of learn how to use Canva in different types of ways and so on and so forth. Any questions?
What time was the town hall on the 20th?
So the town hall is from, give me 1 second. It's from 3:30 to 5 p.m. It's gonna be in Junior Ballroom E.
Thank you.
Any other questions? With that, I yield.
Department of Student Development.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Happy Tiger Tuesday. Thank you. And so Freshman Council is collaborating with the Department of Community Outreach for our bonfire and poetry slam event tomorrow, 6 to 8. Please show up. It's going to be so much fun. Transfer Council will be holding a community service event, and I'll let them explain that more. And Freshman Council will be having a trivia night on December 1st. More details to come. And Transfer Council is also holding a de-stress week, and I'll also let them explain that more. Any questions? And with that, I yield.
Hello, everybody. Happy Tiger Tuesday. So this is a lengthy report. I'm sorry in advance. So across the 5 councils, MPHC is currently working on a visual / dedication to honor Dean Chapman. More details will be coming about that and when that dedication will take place. time and date. If you have anything that can support MPHC, reach out to Scott Cunningham. She's the current MPHC president. So yeah. MGC, they have nothing going on right now, other than their new member presentations, which are happening this weekend. Panhellenic is currently going through the election process. A new executive board will be elected on November 20th. They kicked off recruitment November 1st. They're looking for anybody who identifies with their community to join. You must have a 2.5 community in order to be considered. IFC also just went through their election process. They have a new board currently. Congrats to their new president, Cameron Soljan. He is a brother of Sigma Chi and was formerly the vice president of recruitment for IFC. So congrats to Cameron and his new exec board. And then IGC is currently working on their Geek Week. It's a tie into Greek Week in spring. Those dates are coming soon. And yeah, as far as fraternity and sorority life goes, this weekend is a huge weekend for fraternity and sorority life. There are 4 organizations that are doing their new member presentations. For the first, the comeback, the Eta Psi chapter of Sigma Gamma Rho and the Delta Psi chapter of Lambda Theta Alpha will welcome their new members on Sunday, November 19th. Doors open at 7 p.m. and will close when seats are full. So do try to get there as soon as you can to see their new members revealed. These happen at 8 and it will conclude at 9 to closer to 10 o'clock. The other one is the debut, which is the other title of the other event. It's also another MGC and PhD collab. The Upsilon Mu chapter of Zeta Phi Beta and the Zeta chapter of Alpha Sigma Rho will welcome new members this Friday, November 17th. The doors will open at 7 and it will start at 8. I'm not going to spoil which order will go first, so you just have to get there to see it. So also the Rho Alpha chapter of Order of Omega will induct today at 7 in University Union 324, which is right next door to us in the theater. They're welcoming 26 new inductees. And yeah, last thing for me is Greeksgiving is happening November 20th. You can donate all food items and things that go towards people that are in need for the holiday season. You don't have to be Greek to donate. You can donate on behalf of the chapter. And if there are any questions with that, you can reach out to me or you can go right to the FSL office. I know it's a lot, but are there any questions? Seeing none, I yield.
Council Representative.
Hi guys, this is really loud. Sport clubs are in elections right now, so all of the clubs are in the process of electing new officers for the next coming year, and that's it. Yield.
Representative.
Hey guys, so last Thursday, Transfer Council, we had our first event of the semester, I guess. And it was a success. It was in collaboration with ISA and everyone came out and they had so much fun. So closing out November, we are going to be collabing with SGA with a community service event on November 20th from 2 to 5 p.m. in Union 329. And we will be packing toiletry bags for those in need. If you would like to participate, we will be putting out more information in the near future. And we're also planning a distress week during the first week of December, which is December 4th through December 8th, which will be encouraging students to have an outlet before finals week. So we'll be having events like yoga, paint and sip, but more information will be coming out in the near future. And that's all. I yield.
Happy Tuesday, everybody. All right, so Officer Smith handed me the envelope flyers. I want to just spread it out real quick. So Towson University will be collecting toys for tats from November 10th to November 30th, 2023. If you have any old toys that are of course nice and used, you can drop them off at the Public Safety Building, the admin building, the Cook Library, University Union, I believe it's on the 2nd floor downstairs, and West Village Commons, probably on the 1st floor. in 401 Washington Avenue. If you know what that is, that's good for you. I don't know where that is. So I can't help that. Moving on, safety walk, we have our, collab safety walk with facilities management and TUPD this Thursday, November 16th from, 6:30 to 8 p.m. We'll be starting, the starting point will be in front of, University Union, and we'll be walking around the campus and see if there's any areas of like concerns such as if there's any blue lights out, and see what we can get, those repaired. Moving on, we have a military appreciation game this Saturday, September 18th, I believe it's at 11 a.m. if I'm not mistaken. And so it's at John United Stadium. And so we'll be doing that, yes, this Saturday. Okay. So you know, come out support the football team and the military, that'd be greatly appreciated. I'll be there. I'm running up the tunnel, so hey. And then moving on to the RSVP link, I think like 2 weeks ago, I sent you all the RSVP link for the dinner with President Ginsburg. That will be happening from 5 to 7 p.m. on December 7th. So those RSVPs are due by November 17th, which is this Friday. I give you 2 weeks, so I want to, out of 60 people in this organization, or close to 60, don't know the exact number, sorry, but it should be at least close to 60 RSVP links, whether that's a yes or no, ought to be yes for 5 to 6, but everybody is debatable, we meet them, so please 5 to 6. But yeah, you should be seeing that, and so do get those in. I can't send the email again, so you want to go scrolling back through those emails. I know, like myself, my emails get quite heavy, and I'm sure you all do too, so I can easily send it again if that's what you want me to do. But yeah, besides that, I'm done. I look at it. Any opinions of the court?
So last Friday, the judicial board had an appeal meeting with Catholic Campus Ministry, and the judicial board decided to grant their appeal. Any questions? With that, I yield.
Okay, so I'm gonna move in the quorum call real quick. When I call your name, please just sit here, and Director Adesanya and Assistant Director, I ask that you guys please keep count just for today, please. Government Operations Chair Crosby.
Present.
Appropriations Chair White. Senator Dash. Senator Duro. Senator Gentry.
Here.
Senator Lou.
Present.
Senator So.
Present.
Senator Abu
Here.
Senator Chen.
Present.
Senator Uma.
Present.
Senator Holland. Senator Bendu. Senator Jackson. Senator Williams.
Present.
Senator 15 Wilson.
Present.
Okay, thank you. We have quorum. We have 11 here. Are there any motions on the floor? Government Operations Chair Crosby. Motion to inquire on resolution number 10. Is there a second? Thank you, Senator Jackson. With that, we can now move into a vote on inquiring about resolution number 10. All those in favor? All those opposed? Abstaining? With that, the motion is passed, and we can now move into the inquiry phase of resolution number 10. Government Operations Chair Crosby, seeing that you are one of the authors of this bill, is there anything you would like to say? I'll just come up in the middle and talk about it briefly. Yes. As some of you may noticed. Director Edwards, you can also go up as well. Yes. President Pro Tempore is also a writer. Director Brown is also a writer. Yes, thank you. Come on, be shy. Motion to have. While it's loading, I can talk a little bit. Sadly, it's not in front of you guys right now. Sorry about that. But essentially what the bill will be doing is granting all fee-paying students, Towson University, so that's undergrad and graduate students, one mental health day per semester. Obviously, the legislation has more data. We've spoken to all the deans except for the Dean of Fisher Mathematics, and were unable to get back to us, but all the deans were on board with this legislation, as we know that this has some compromises with their classes and things like that. But we're going to show you guys a presentation that we brought into the deans, just so we are all on the same page. So this is our mental health bill proposal. We go to the next slide. Let me get close because I just can't see it. Well, hopefully you guys know who we are, like, yeah, I'll let Latavia make our opening statement.
Alrighty. If it'll work, then yes. Let's switch. All right, cool beans. All right, so this is our mental health day bill. And just an opening statement that Towson University, as you all can see around the room, it is a college of diverse students, faculty, and community members. And in this fall semester alone, enrollment surpassed over 19,500 students. Just to put this into perspective, this is about the seating capacity of Madison Square Garden. That's a lot of people. So we made this bill just so that even though there's different students, different religions, different backgrounds, different SCS, that they can all benefit from this bill. Next slide, please. So just some comparable data. It's been discovered that 60% of college students met the criteria for at least one mental health issue alone in the 2020 to 2021 school year. And also mental health affects various dimensions of wellness. That can be your emotional, it can be your social, it can be your financial. And so Towson University students face several external stressors that can lead to mental illness, such as being late to class, you're worried about attendance, you have family issues, you have financial issues. So these are all stressors that can impact how you do in school, and signs of mental illness can be shown differently in individuals. It is not a one size fits all. Everyone has different personalities and can be affected by this differently. So it is important to be able to take breaks and moments of reflections. However, these are not attainable for many students just because of different obligations we may have. Towson University has various different types of students. Many are in club level sports, clubs, organizations, employed, have children, etc. And some are facing food insecurity. When we met with the Food Hub or Food Share, the intern there reported that 50% of Towson University students are food insecure. So this is just adding to another stressor that we face.
Okay, so I know a big thing when proposing anything is just seeing like, how has it been done in other places? Has it been done? So when we were doing our research, we learned that more than 10 states already offer mental health days to their students that are K through 12, like grade school students. So that just goes to show like, if your younger siblings need a mental health day, what does that say about us? Because when you think college, you might just think people from the ages of 18 to 22, and that's not the reality. There's grad school students. There are people that start college later in life. So you just have to take into account everybody. And also numerous higher education institutions already offer them, such as Howard University. They get a mental health day once a semester. And there's another university that I can think of off the top of my head, Northeastern University, they get 2 a semester. So just to show you guys that this has been done at other universities, so we wouldn't even be the first to do it.
So one thing we wanted to do with this mental health day bill is highlight some of the things that we already have on campus, because as most people, you probably know, people go through mental health all the time, but we don't know exactly what to do. We don't want to just take a mental health day and just not do anything. So we want to really lean on the resources that we have available on campus. And through this bill, we want to start a further conversation about bolstering some of these things. So we have peer support groups, same day counseling appointments, meditation rooms, SOS, which I'll talk about, and then after crisis support hotline, after hours crisis support hotline, and then the emergency fund. So all of these, and I think there should be a lot more, but a lot of these are hard to navigate. That's where SOS comes in. Usually if you reach out to them, they'll like tell you what resource that Towson has that will fit your need. And that's something we really want to lean on through this mental health day. You can go to the next slide.
Hello. Okay. So when you're doing anything, you really have to think of what the rebuttals will be. So I'm just going to go ahead and touch on the first one. So why not do a plan day like other schools? That is like your employer coming up to you and saying, hey, you have 5 days of PTO, but you have to use it this Thursday, this Saturday, and this Thursday. Or saying, hey, your sick days, you have to use that today or it's going to go away. I'm not sick today. Why am I using my sick day on a day when I'm not sick? And the same thing applies to your mental health. Saying on this Monday, the university is gonna take a mental health day, maybe that day I don't need a mental health day. Maybe that day I don't need a break. Maybe that day I'm actually feeling well. There's no point in scheduling a mental health day because it kind of defeats the purpose.
And in regards to classes, the main reason that we met with all the deans is because we know that obviously you are missing class. Our proposal is that our mental health day will be considered an excusable absence. So the question comes up, well, what happened during exams, what happened during labs? And one thing that we wanted to lean on were professor office hours. So our proposal to the deans and will be to the academic senate is the policy that will allow for a 1 week grace period where if you do miss an exam, you have within a week to come back during the professor's office hours to take that exam. After that, there's really nothing else that they can do for you unless, you know, a professor wants to grant you more time. But for us, we had to make sure we understood the other side of the argument that professors, while they still have to make reasonable accommodations to us, they can't just let people not take the class, essentially. So this is the conclusion of our presentation. Like I said, we met with all the deans except for the Dean of Fisher Mathematics. Sadly, we weren't able to get to them, but we were unanimous across the door with dean support. And once we leave the SGA Senate, we'll be going to the Academic Senate. So does anybody have any questions? Oh, okay.
Yes, all right. I also wanted to add that not only meeting with deans, we also met with the director of the counseling center, student outreach support. We met with the grad student association and gained their official verbal formal support. And then we also met with the assistant director and the director of student life here on campus. So this bill has gotten input from a whole bunch of different departments, and we're just happy to present it to you guys. All right. Now questions.
Yeah, and just for context, since this is first reading, only questions. Senator Jackson.
So like, okay, so for like sick days, you know how like you have to present a doctor's note? So for like a mental health day, would the available resources be like a required like check off saying like I actually did do a mental health day instead of just saying like I didn't go to class, or like is it just saying I just took a mental health day?
So there's a lot of ways that it can be done. One thing that we talked to with Advisor Harris about was that we are not policymakers for the university. That's not that's not our job at all. Obviously, if that conversation comes up, those are things that I would think of, but as of right now, that's for us to leave to the university. Our desire is that there really should be no paperwork shown for this because it's a mental health day. I don't need to prove to you that I'm going through something. It'll be fun to prove that anyway. But yeah, that's something that we want to leave to the university and let the people whose job that is to decide how that gets regulated and checked on. Obviously, if they bring us into that conversation, I know that's something that I've considered. That's something I thought about, talked to with the deans, and they've said their comments on that. But for us, we're just gonna let them handle the actual policy, the ins and out of it, but we're just advocating for it. But in reality, we don't want there to have to be paperwork. So you should be able to just email your professor or wherever the confirmation is and say, I'm taking my mental health day, and that's it. Senator Aguizi.
I think, so I have two questions. If there's any assignments due on that mental health day, does that go for assignments as well?
So that's a really situational thing. Really this accounts for excuse absences. So if you have to be present in class to turn in the assignment, obviously I'm just freeballing off of your question. If you have to be present in class to turn in the assignment, assuming that this is an excuse absence, you wouldn't get that deadline pushed, just thinking how classes usually operate. If you have a due date, I think that's really on a professor basis, but this really is concerning absences. So I don't know what this would impact with actual assignment due dates and things of that nature. Hopefully that'll do something. And real quick, Governor Rashid Carlos, I should ask that y'all let them keep that mic and y'all use that one. Oh, okay, never mind, carry on. Assistant Director Mkumbuzi.
I just wanted to say thank you so much for like, presenting this. I think like this is an amazing idea. I kind of had like a question. Sorry. Oh, yeah.
Go ahead, Carrie.
You gotta ask the question.
Oh, I'm sorry. I guess my question is like, it's one question, but it's almost a two-part question essentially. So you had mentioned that you looked into other schools and they had like 1 or 2 days. So my question is that depending on how severe like your case could be, could you be, could it be possible for you to advocate for more than just one mental health day if you essentially provide documentation for it?
You want to take? Oh, okay.
So for our bill, it would be only one excuse day. However, if you needed more time, then you would have to communicate with student outreach support. And then they can advocate for you and talk to your professors for you to get extended deadlines on assignments and things like that. So we do already have that resource on campus for you.
We'll say two, when we are advocating. One day a semester is like, yay, but it's like, oh, one day, like thanks. So, you know, our philosophy is we really have to get through faculty. That's not a really easy place to navigate, to say the least. So it's not that we think that one is enough. I think that's just where we think the conversation will take it. I think if we have a good reaction to Academic Senate, that conversation can be had about what actually is a good number. I don't think we will ever go past 2 a semester, but yeah, just for anybody wondering, why are they only talking about 1 per semester? That's like nothing. Yeah, I feel you. So we'll try. Director Battle.
Sorry if I missed y'all say this. I don't think you did though, but if I missed it, I'm sorry. But does the one mental health day, is that like per class or is it just per day?
So, no, that's a very good question. And that comes to Senator Jackson's question about how is this regulated? In the beginning phases, I remember we were having conversations about ideas about how this can be regulated. I remember I reached out to OTS. I don't know if you guys were here during COVID about the quick scans we used to do. Now you would get like an email receipt saying you did it. I don't know if there would be a way for that to happen. We found that was a very, very complicated question, and that leaves a lot of room for them to deny the bill, because if they may not like that way of regulating it, they may just scrap the whole thing together, which is why we're leaving that in the university's hands. So I can't necessarily answer that right now. If they include us in that conversation, trust and believe, I'll be trying to advocate for ways. I don't know how it will work, but in theory, I can try to answer the best of my ability. It would be for a day. I don't think you'll be able to just go throughout the week, mental health day, like, you know, I don't think the university will go after that. But, you know, it just comes down to how they decide to regulate it, how are they going to keep track of it. And that's really on the university's shoulders.
Thank you.
No problem. Senator Cynthia Wilson.
One, who's keeping track of it, and then 2, when finals, when would you see the date? I don't know.
The date for as long as you can come and take it. So I know that there's a date on campus that's like there's the last day that there's a final exam being taken, and after that, like everybody's done. So assuming that that's something will happen during that time, you hopefully it happens before that. Obviously, life happens. Again, I can do my best to speculate and assuming that you would still get your week, but I can't say that for certain because I'm not the university. As far as who keep track of it, same thing. Comes down to how the university decides they want to go about the policy. Hopefully they allow us to be a part of that conversation and provide best ways and best practices, but I can't answer it because that's the university decision. Graphic design.
Can you get the writing down, please? Sorry.
I was wondering if this would apply equally to all different like mental disorders, or is that something that the university would like come up with?
So I think you're kind of hitting on what we talked about with the Dean of Health Professions, and the conversation once came up with that dean, I can't remember her names, but about changing it to just a wellness day, so it can encompass more than just mental health, even if you have just something going on. It doesn't have to necessarily be a full-on, I think, disorder, if I hope I'm using the correct term, but essentially, if you have something going on, you should be able to take the day. Whether it's emotional, if you just have, you're really stressed today, whatever it may be, you should be having a day to say, I'm gonna take a step back. You don't have to have something astronomical happening or something medical happening. So hopefully that kind of answers your question. Senator Agwanizi.
When does it take effect? I'm sorry, I don't know.
That is not in our control. So I can give you what the timeline looks like right now. Obviously, we got first reading right now. Vice President Bill, we have GA next week. Yes. Uh-oh. Mr. Harris, I just said. Wow, Vice President. I'm sorry. So we don't. So we're going to contact next Tuesday. But just to answer that, next week we won't have GA. So the following Tuesday will be our second reading. That will be in time for us to go to the Academic Senate. They meet once a month on the first Monday of the month. So we'll be talking to them on Monday. They'll vote on it. After that, I have no clue how long the policy takes to even get written, let alone implemented. We probably will not be seeing it. I graduate in the spring. I won't be taking a mental health day in the spring. I mean, I will, but you know, yeah, no clue on timetables. It just depends. Supervisor Harris, you got a speculation? How long it take? No, super long. Yeah. Yeah, like how long that policy might nothing, just long days, long time. So if you're not a senior right now, you might be able to see it. I don't know. I know how long. Yeah, just point of information, I guess. I was training, I want to say Senator Agwamizi, and we were looking at a sample bill, old bill that was written, and it was written in like 2016, I want to say. It was like the gender neutral bathrooms. The gender neutral bathrooms were just put in the union like last year, if I'm not mistaken. So I mean, hopefully it doesn't take that long, but I will say they had to build the bathroom. Maybe because they had to build, like they just put it in. I will say that. So hopefully it doesn't take 6 years for them to give me an excuse absence, you know what I mean? But maybe I hope it doesn't take, because we're not reinventing the wheel. We're just really adding something to excuse absences. I think the process of how it's regulated may take a little bit, but I think if we get a lot of smart people in one room, we should have it pretty fast. So, I hope. Any other questions? Oh, I'm sorry, Director. I was good.
It's okay. And to add, it's already kind of implemented on Towson's campus with the grad program for physician assistants. They get well-being days to go to dentist appointments and take care of themselves and stuff like that. So it's already implemented on campus. So it shouldn't take too long.
Any additional questions? All righty, seeing none, thank you to Director Brown, Director Edwards. Thank you, Chief. Moving on to announcements. Are there any announcements? Director Brown.
Hi again. Hi again. Don't forget your coats, guys, please. I yield.
Brief Representative Lewis.
Again, events this weekend. I'm only gonna spoil one because. So the one on Friday, the Alpha Sigma Rho will go first at 8 p.m. and then the Zetas will go at 9 p.m. on Friday.
Thank you.
Sunday, you just gonna have to be there. Thank you.
Any other announcements? Vice President Bell.
Oh. All right, just a reminder to please fill out the RSVP link. I can send that to you all again tonight. I'll probably do it in the next few minutes. So do please fill that out. If you already did, and I'm gonna talk to you. But if you haven't, please fill it out by this Friday, by close of business, so 5 p.m. We really need that so we can know how much food we need to eat and, how we need to set everything up while we do our dinner with President Ginsburg. This is an important, event, you know, the President of the University is coming out to have a good time with us and to see who each one of y'all are individually. So, you know, this is something to, so do please, fill that out. Thank you.
Just a quick announcement for me on that with General Walker, because I know he mentioned it earlier. Budget deliberations this Friday from 11 to 5, correct? 11 to 5. So please come out so we can do what we gotta do to handle business. Government operations Chicago within an hour. Good job, guys. Yeah, motion to adjourn. Is there a second?
A second.
Thank you, Senator Jackson. With that, we can now move to adjournment. All those in favor? Opposed?